Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 3 Count. You can tell what a night it's been. My tongue is already tied. Anyway, this is a special episode of the 3 Count. This is 3 Count Super Show. As I fill in the blanks of the 2 weeks that we missed. Pre-WrestleMania stuff. Because I had come down with a bug. Because of Rod. He's the one that gave me the cold. Anyway, it's also very special because I'm going to be running through this shit. Because we got to do it for continuity's sake. And besides that, I promised you guys we'd do it. So let's blast on through. Going to be talking about the week of 326 and 327. As well as the week of 4-3 and 4-2 and 4-3. Rod's got these notes. It's all fucked up. Anyway, let's go and start from Lucha House. Oh. God damn it. Let's go ahead and start with 205 Live from 326. If I can get my fucking brain right. We started the show off with Lucha House Party taking on Humberto Carrillo, Drew Gulak, and Jack Gallagher. I'm not going to go do my usual shtick. I'm just going to breeze right through this. Anyway, skip towards the ending. Carrillo and his crew, Carrillo was back to pick up the win for his crew. Go for that shooting star press. Gulak told him, no, get the hell down. And that distraction allowed Lucha House Party to capitalize and take the win. And next up we had a one-on-one match between Daivari and Cedric Alexander, where Daivari took advantage of a confused, not a confused, but a distracted Cedric Alexander because Oni Lorcan was at ringside. And Alexander accidentally touched his jacket and Oni started freaking out about it. Daivari won with the hammerlock DDT. Afterwards, Oni Lorcan let Cedric Alexander have it. Just kept yelling, my jacket, and just beat the hell out of it. Anyway, then we move on to NXT from that week, the 27th of March, where we started the show off with Adam Cole, baby, and Johnny Takeover started the show. They were going back and forth, but for 5 good minutes, the crowd overtook the segment, and it was fantastic. Then next up we had women's tag team action as The Vision, Vanessa Bourne, and Aaliyah took on Lacey Lane and Casey. I'm going to try it. Catanzaro. Nailed it. It ended in no contest because Shayna Baszler just beat the hell out of everyone. Then next up we had Matt Riddle taking on Kona Reeves. The finest Kona Reeves. During the match, the North American Dream came out there with a couch and a couple of fly honeys. Trying to throw Matt Riddle off his game. Matt Riddle won with the Bro Mission. And North American Dream, was giving a lot of props to Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle walked up to him, grabbed his chalice, took a big hearty swig, threw it to the side, and just said, I'll see you in New York, bro. Done. Then we had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final as the Forgotten Sons of Wesley Blake and the other guy, Steve Cutler, took on Ricochet and Aleister Black. Take a wild guess at who won. $5 said you said Ricochet and Aleister Black. They won. They became the 2019 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team finalists, and they went on to take on the War Raiders. Yeah, we're going to call them War Raiders for now. Next up on NXT UK, we started the show off with Jordan Devlin taking on Dan Maloney playing as Baloney. yeah, not much to say about this match. Jordan Devlin got the win, of course. Later on in the show, Cassius Ohno apologizes for acting like an asshole, but calls out Travis Banks anyways. There was a Dave Mastiff video package, and then next up we had Xia Brookside taking on Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Rhea Ripley just ripped apart Xia Brookside. After the match, Rhea started going to town on Little Miss Brookside until Piper Niven showed up and chased off Rhea Ripley. And there was a video package at looking at Walter. Then we had a European Union call out Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams. Then we had Mark Andrews versus Noam Dar, or more infamously, the match where both of them got pretty banged up. So, it ended in no contest because the refs threw up one of those. And we closed off that show with the contract signing between Peter Dunne and Walter. Whereas as Peter Dunne was walking away, Walter said, "Peter, each time..." Fuck it, I use Google Translate for my German class. Basically, he said, "The time of the Bruiserweight will be up at TakeOver New York." So, yeah. Anyway, the final shows before TakeOver and WrestleMania, respectively, we start with 205 Live, since Rod has his notes all fucked up. We had Oney Lorcan taking on Kalisto, where Oney Lorcan just runs through Kalisto faster than Draino. Then backstage we had Cedric Alexander asking Drake Maverick for a match against Oney. Drake Maverick says no, he needs him at 100%. Anyway, next up is Tony Nese was getting interviewed backstage, but Buddy Murphy, ambushed him, and they brawl for a good while before they're separated. They get out to the ramp or to the stage, and Tony Nese just lays him out. Yeah, hits him with a wicked V trigger and just points at the Mania side. Then in the main event, we had Akira Tozawa defeating Mike Kanellis. Both the Brian Kendrick and Maria Kanellis got involved, but Akira Tozawa got the win. Next up, we move on to NXT for April the 3rd, where the War Raiders, yeah, we're still going to call them War Raiders for now, defeats some poser tag team. They call out another team because they're still hungry, and they get the tag team of Adrian Jode and Cesar Bononi. Runs through them faster than Draino. Next we had a Walter and Pete Dunne video package. There was a Candice LeRae interview where she talks about how she's going to step the ring, try and win the women's championship. She gets confronted by Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah. They both call Candice a loser like her husband. Kind of agree with them because they haven't done shit with Candice LeRae at this point in time. So Candice challenges one of them to a match next week. Next, Jackson Riker of the Forgotten Sons took on Oney Lorcan and defeated him in unconventional fashion. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my brain's somewhere else right now. Yeah, basically the rest of this episode was just video packages leading up to NXT TakeOver New York. In the main event, we had Bianca Belair taking on Kairi Sane. Match ends in a no contest, because Shayna Baszler and her crew interfere, and Io Shirai comes out there, and every woman is out there scrapping. Io Shirai stands tall in the, at the end of the brawl. Next, we move on to NXT UK, where we had we started with Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams taking on the European Union, where Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams squeak out another fluke win against another established tag team. I guess established. Jordan Devlin says he'll be watching the UK Championship match at TakeOver very, very close. He also reminds people that he's not Finn Balor. Next, we had the debut of Kay Lee Ray. Oh, wait, no, we already had the debut of... Wait, was it? Anyway, we had Kay Lee Ray taking on Isla Dawn. She beats Isla Dawn. Then in the main event, we had Joe Coffey taking on Trent Seven, beat him via submission. I don't remember too much about that. Anyway, that is the weeks we have missed on this show. There goes the notes. I'm War Machine MJ, and we'll see you fuckers next time.